What if the greatest secret buried beneath Jerusalem wasn't gold, but knowledge? A truth so dangerous, so heretical, that the church swore to silence it forever. In 1099, Crusaders stormed the holy city, drenched in blood and fire. But amidst the chaos, they found something they weren't supposed to. Something hidden since the time of Solomon. Something that could unravel the very foundations of Western civilization. What if the Crusades weren't about reclaiming Holy Land, but recovering forbidden knowledge? It's the summer of 1099. The First Crusade reaches its climax as tens of thousands of Christian warriors breach the ancient walls of Jerusalem. The city burns, cries echo through sacred streets, in blood pools where prayers once rose. But amid this carnage, behind the veil of holy war, a small group of knights moves with purpose. They're not looting. They're searching. Centuries later, whispers emerge, a hidden scroll unearthed beneath the Temple Mount, of a sealed vault beneath Al-Aqsa Mosque. This is where the story fractures between what the world was told and what was truly found. The Vatican says they were reclaiming Christendom. But what if they were uncovering a lost relic of a forgotten civilization, one that predated even the Hebrews? One name appears again and again, buried in medieval manuscripts, redacted letters, in secret royal archives. The Order of the Poor Fellow Soldiers of Christ, better known as the Knights Templar. According to a 14th century chronicle banned by the Inquisition, the first 9 Templar knights, those who took a mysterious 9-year vow of silence after entering Jerusalem, discovered a sealed chamber beneath Solomon's temple. Inside, not treasure, not weapons, but a manuscript written in an unknown script, on aged scrolls made of copper and leather. This scroll of the Watchers, as it would later be called by select scholars, allegedly contained apocalyptic visions, advanced astronomical knowledge, and cryptic warnings of a great deception that would consume the Christian world. One French abbot who tried to publish a translation vanished in 1308. His last letter, sent to the Bishop of Limoges, read, "The secrets of the temple must remain buried, lest the foundations of Christendom crack." Another monk brother, Maliquus, found dead beside a manuscript he tried to smuggle to Rome. His throat slit, the words Veritas sanguine obdurtur, truth is sealed in blood, written in his own hand. So what did they find? According to suppressed Templar correspondence, now held in restricted sections of the Vatican Secret Archives, the scroll described a civilization that existed long before Abraham, an enlightened order called the Children of the Star, who harnessed a forgotten force described as the Light of Eons. They allegedly built Solomon's temple not as a place of worship, but as a cosmic gateway, aligned with the stars, mirroring constellations still unknown in medieval Europe. The Templars were not merely warrior monks, but guardians of this knowledge. Why else would they amass such immense power in just a few decades? Why did they adopt symbols never seen in Christianity before, like the 8-pointed star, the twin pillars, and the Grail? The Holy Grail, according to this alternative history, was not a chalice, but knowledge, a metaphysical blueprint that could awaken divine consciousness. The Church called it heresy. The Templars called it truth. And so, in 1312, under the weight of political pressure and papal fear, Pope Clement V ordered the Templars crushed. Their Grand Master, Jacques de Mao, was burned alive in Paris, but not before declaring, "The truth we carry cannot be burned. It will rise again in the time of awakening." Mainstream historians scoff. They call these stories legends, distortions, fantasies. And yet, so many questions remain. Why were Templar trial records sealed for over 600 years? Why do Vatican archivists require 3 separate letters of approval to even view Templar-related documents? Why were entire passages of key chronicles, like William of Tyre's Historia, mysteriously omitted in printed editions post-1600? Declassified Vatican letters reveal redacted correspondence between Templar leaders and a mysterious sect known only as Ordo Lux. British Museum records show a 12th century map pulled from circulation marking the Temple Mount not as a religious site, but a stele portigate of the stars. You weren't supposed to see that, but now you have. What if it's all true? What if the Crusaders didn't just fight for religion, but for a revelation buried under centuries of dogma and fear? What if the burning of the Templars wasn't about heresy, but silence? A chilling line found in a forbidden gospel unearthed near Qumran reads, "In the city of peace, the lie was born, and in its ashes, truth shall rise." Could this be the hidden prophecy? Is this the knowledge that ancient powers swore to protect or destroy? Maybe history isn't what we were told. Maybe we've only ever been allowed to read one chapter, while the rest was buried beneath the sands of Jerusalem. If the Templars were right, if truth was buried in blood and fire, then the question is no longer what they found, but why were you never told? If history was rewritten once, could it happen again? Subscribe, because truth, no matter how buried, always finds its voice. And remember, they weren't looking for land. They were digging for something far more dangerous: knowledge, forbidden, ancient, and still echoing beneath the stones of Jerusalem. In nomen veritatis, in the name of truth, the watchers wait.